following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Oh, look who we have.
It's a beautiful day. Got our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Cultivate wisdom. You don't need to accumulate knowledge to become wise. Anyone can become wise. When you become wise, you respect your body, you respect your mind, and you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart, not your head. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 31, NASDAQ up 7, S&P's down 2, gold contract up $7.80, trading at $13.2570. Silver, flat, $16.48 an ounce. Light sweet crude, down 18 cents, $68.01 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You got the 10-year note up 5 ticks, 119.15. 30-year bond up 26, 143.06. Both notes and bonds, folks. Well, the note market is more important. Why? Because it broke down, got out of its higher range, trying to claw its way back into that range. The number to keep your eye on coming into this close is going to be 119.14. Bottom line, we're at 119.16. King dollar down 30 ticks, trading at 91.335. King dollar, bottom line, 5-day run up. Gave it up in spades out here today. That's saying King dollar is going to be moving back downtown. The euro's trading at 124.24 to 1 US dollar. The yen is at 109 to 1 US dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the NASDAQ, let's take a look at the NASDAQ. So this is pretty amazing, folks. You know, when we go back, even at the beginning of earnings season, you know, the banks come out with good numbers. Bottom line, they sold the banks down. Next, the NDX, well, next the SMHs start leading the market down. The SMHs out here went from a price point, let's see, March 13th, you're at $114. Right now, we're at 98. Bottom line, let it down, did an ABC structure on the way down, took out the B point, finished it all ABC right at that 95 number. Then next, what ends up happening is that you get the industrials. 3M blew away its B point, blew it away with volume. What do we have now? Oh, today out here, you got another U.S. Steel. ABC structures on the way down, blowing away a B point, same deal. Monster volume. The NDX 100. Big numbers last night. Amazon, Microsoft, Intel, all blow-away numbers. Great, great numbers. Guess what? We take a look at this NDX, what you're going to see is that they're selling it down once again. This is a monster heads up just in the aspect of where we are in the market. So NDX opened up this morning 67.72. Right now, you're 110 points off of that number. That's telling me, you know, this is window dressing. Well, guess what? It's window crashing inside the NDX 100. NDX 100 led us up. NDX 100 looks like it's going to lead us down. So what we haven't done yet is that we haven't tested that high volume low from February 9th, 61.92. That number is game. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Bottom line, gold could have basically jumped off the cliff today. It decided not to, and when I say jumped off the cliff, it was at the bottom of its range, the range being $1,314 down the bottom, $1,375 at the top. We got the $1,315. Guess what? Goes topside, has some good juice underneath it. And what's wild about how the gold contract really was trading out here this morning is that the dollar index has been up, was still up when gold actually was catching that bid, and then the dollar started giving it up at about 11:15. Let's see. Well, actually, yeah, no, 8 o'clock. I guess 8:40 in the morning. It was a high. It was still pretty up there at 10:30. As we come into the close here, it's giving it up. And so what we have here, what the dollar did, dollar got over, tested the high from the 11th of January. We got to, well, that high is actually 91,920. We got to 91,790, gave it up. That's saying now that good old King dollar will pull back. We'll see what kind of pullback we have. It should get some support from where it broke out of. You know, we were in this consolidation for 3 months. We'll see how it handles the 90.115 number. That's, I suspect we'll basically get into that number. Some of the higher volume stocks out here, this is where we're set up. You got Intel down 21 cents. Let's pull up Intel. This is pretty amazing just how that, you know, I mean, I'm bearish, but it even blows my mind that you can come up with these kind of numbers and they just sell you down. Intel, guess what? They just sold it down from 55.79. You're at 52.85. Let's go see what Microsoft is doing. Microsoft was up a couple dollars. It's still up $1.30. 97 to 95, and Amazon, of course, was the king dog out here. That was trading up $150 pre-market. You're up $50, $55 right now. Decent volume, too. So you're going to close under the $1,617, which was the last high, and the 13th of March, but you are going to have a high volume high. So bottom line is that inside good old Amazon, you can get a pullback, and we'll go through that in the next segment, because I believe when I look at this monthly that, and I want to see what the price projection was, it looked to me like Amazon almost had a very longer-term ABC structure on the way up. Comcast is down $1.42. U.S. Steel's off $5.40. That's a big number. Broke the B, broke it with volume. Twitter's down $1.30. You get Facebook down $1.23. Snap is off 45 cents. You get DocuSign up $11. Let's see what's going on with DocuSign here. So that's up $11. They come out with numbers. Let's see what we have here. Oh, this is just an IPO. I see. Okay, so it was priced at 29. It's trading 38. Yeah. You know, we'll all use this company a lot more. This is a decent way to do documents. I use it a lot, but it's interesting. Let me see what they say. Oh, I guess we're not going to have any numbers on them yet, but that just, okay. Wow, look at this. So check this out. The biggest winner, DocuSign's long-awaited initial public offering, isn't well known. The venture capitalist has never appeared on the minus list, and his firm isn't one of the big investment firms from Sand Road. But 12 years ago, Peter Skolvac made a bet on a startup that lets people sign security. Let's see what he did. He took, so check this out, folks. He took 18 million to 700 million. Not a bad, that's not a bad investment. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 4, NASDAQ flat, S&P's down 5. Let's go over and take a look at the banking industry, XLF. So inside this industry right now, you got a sideways move happening. We're at 27.71. If we go take a look at JP Morgan right now at the lower end of its range. You had hit the high here of 119. You're at 109. Still hasn't tested the February 5th swing low. Bottom line, I expect you're going to get down there. Bank of America, BAC, same type of setup in BAC at 30 bucks. The high out there was 33. You get a multiple high volume lows in BAC. $28.75. That baby also looks like well, it's a high volume low. Bottom line, these things want to get tested. We'll see when they get down there. Let's go over to U.S. Steel. So U.S. Steel, another ABC structure on the way down, blowing away this B point. Your A point out here is 47.60. Your B is 32. What did I just say? 47? Yeah, I get like 15 bucks. So you're talking, let's see, 23 bucks. All right, yeah, $23. And you get a nice high volume low at $24.82. This is another indication that we have not only in the middle of a correction, but I suspect it's going to be a very large correction. The reason I'm saying that is this. You had the SMHs start the ABC structures on the way down. They blew away the B point, did it with volume. Then we went to the industrials. 3M did it with bottom line. Then we go to, yeah, let's go see what actually these defense contractors are doing now. So, oh my God, look at this. It took it south again. Wow, this is intense. Okay, so then you go to Northrop Grumman. What do we do? In 4 days, you go from 359 to 321. This has volume on the way down, and you talk about deviant. So picture this. On Wednesday, we got down to $318, yet we closed at 340. No, 332. You got to 399 yesterday, and then bang, gives it up in spades again. So we put this on a weekly. Oh yeah, this is volume off the high, big time. So picture this. You made a high on a weekly with 5.2 million, and you come off it with 7.2. Okay, so let's go to General Dynamics. Oh, man, this is intense. So General Dynamics in 4 days just went from 229 to 203. Okay, so you're giving up 10%. Did the same type of deal. Hasn't, let's see, has it got to 201? No, it hasn't got to its high volume low yet. The high volume low here is 201.40. We got to 203.28. Let me put this, oh, this is a disaster too. Okay, so made a high with 6.2 million shares, coming off the high with 13. They're unloading this so fast they can't see straight. Now, what we're going to have here is that, you know, 201.40 is the high volume low. Okay, so you had the high volume low at 201.40. That was from January. You're coming into that with even heavier volume on a weekly. Well, the same amount of volume. Right now it's 13.2 million versus 13.5. We'll see whether they get another couple 100,000 into the close, which is easy to do because we've done 1.5 million today. That means that, guess what? It's going to go after it, number one, and if it breaks it, you know, you could game then down to 192, and then if it doesn't have any support there, then you get real problems. 187 to 150. Boeing, let's go take a look at Boeing. Boeing trading sideways. Okay, so Boeing saved itself on Monday also, but now having the same type of problem that the market is coming into those supply lines from February, the beginning of January and February, no, the end of January, the beginning of February, as well as the downdraft from March. Big numbers, folks. Big, big, big numbers. We go take a look at the GDX, take a look at a few of these gold equities out here. GDX trading out, you're up 15 cents, 15 million. Not enough volume inside the GDX. We go take a look at the XAU, the HUI. We'll see what the volume comes in on the XAU. Right now, it's up 34 cents. We won't get that till a little bit later, but I do want to see how we traded yesterday. So you had a low that was established on Wednesday, 24 million. That was coming into 44. So that's a sweet deal, meaning you were coming into the strength from the 11th of April. You did it with dramatically lighter volume, and you did reject price, lower price, that is. We take a look at the Gold Bugs Index. Gold Bugs Index did the exact same deal, came into strength, rejected it, had lighter volume. The difference is now, this is going to be positive. This is pretty cool. So the Gold Bugs Index has a little more strength out here today. And that's going to be a decent indication, because what does happen is that if you're looking, when you're looking at the XAU and the HUI and the gold equities themselves versus the metal, if the Gold Bugs Index is stronger than the XAU, your probability gets much better that the actual metal is going to be moving higher. The reason being, of course, is that the XAU, when that's strong, the stocks inside the XAU can hedge their production out for years, okay? Whereas the stocks in the Gold Bugs Index, okay, can only hedge a year and a half production out. So there's a big difference. The differential does come in. Let's picture that we go to 1800 in gold. Well, guess what? Those equities are going to be pushing out a lot of hedges. You know, that's just kind of how it goes. Because if they're happy, if they're getting gold out of the ground, let's say all-in cost is $800 and you're up at 19, 20, 2,000. You know, last high is 1975, I believe. You get that. That's when you really got to watch the XAU and the HUI in a big way, because the stocks that are inside the XAU, as they're pushing that out, that's huge amounts of income that are coming in, as long as the price of gold doesn't go dramatically higher than that. That's kind of how the whole thing shakes out. Apple, let's go take a look at Apple. So Apple's coming out with his numbers next week, May 1st, 4:30. Apple's struggling out here. And let's see, we almost got an ABC down. Oh, this is going to be wild to see whether we get the volume inside this. So coming into the close right now, you're at 29 million. If you get more than 33.9 million, guess what? You get an ABC structure on the way down. Now that is going to be one heck of a heads up if that's what we're going to be running into here. Let me see how this shakes out. So you got A would be 178. Yeah, it's a decent one. It's 18 bucks. That would get you down to the 149 mark. And guess what? 150. 150 is the number, man. 150 in Apple, high volume low, February 9th. That's where that baby wants to go. And we just might get that on earnings day, which May 1st, right around the corner. We go take a look at Lam Research, LRCX. Lam Research out here, trading down 330. This is, let's see, we broke this is an ABC down. This is an ABC down into the 156, and right now you're trading at 187. Dow Industrials right now trading down 19, NASDAQ down 6, S&P's off 8. Stay right there, man. Mr. Dave White's coming back. We're going to be growling and prowling, talking tech.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials down 25, NASDAQ's off 6, S&P's off 7.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White, as we do each and every Friday at 30 past the first hour. Don't forget, folks, Dave's got a great program every trading day right here, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Also has 2 great newsletters. The way you can get them is come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to go to newsletters. If you'd like to get the Tech Insider, bottom line, you go to investment newsletters. You want to get the path of least resistance, you go to daily trading newsletters. Both folks come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Dave White, what's going on?
Well, I heard you talking about DocuSign. It went public today.
Yeah.
I've been following this company for a while. Do you remember Reba?
I don't.
They were a network company.
Okay.
Reba Networks.
Okay.
And you probably did. You probably just forgot about them.
Yeah.
They ended up being bought out by SAP.
Okay.
But the CEO of DocuSign was the CEO of that before he got bought out by SAP.
I see.
So he's been around for a while. He was the youngest head executive of General Motors ever had.
Really?
He was a wonder boy.
Okay.
And this is like the third thing he's on that went public.
Really?
So yeah, he's done a lot of stuff. Anyway, DocuSign, the symbol on it's DOCU, went public today. It's up $11.50.
Right.
Probably not going to chase it myself, but as you said, you use it in real estate. Everybody else is going to be using it. But it gives you the ability to sign online with a trusted token.
Exactly.
So
you'll
be able to sign stuff.
Look at
a lot
that.
of money.
It's pretty wild. 518 million. They expected. That's what they did. They're still losing money, losing $1.67, but that's a good amount of bread, man.
Yeah, they're waiting. There's a whole lot of that tipping point thing where people just change the way everything works.
Right.
And right now we're on the last year that anybody's going to be signing on credit cards in the United States.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Right.
So I think you got to think that they're in the right part of the business, and eventually I guess it'll be like anything. You'll have an email account. You'll have your DocuSign account, so you can sign things digitally.
Right. And now watch how this works, folks. This is kind of interesting. So I've never had to pay for it yet, right? Because what happens, let's say that you have a DocuSign account, Dave, right? You want something signed. You sign it to me. Someone else says, and I sign it. If I originate the signing, right, I think you get like 6 a year for nothing. So it's something like that. But if you originate it, and like let's say you're a realty firm or a banker, okay, you're paying for the service, right? So it's really efficient, man. I mean, when I started, it cracked up because I haven't paid for it yet, and I know I've used it a lot. But then I looked into it, how it actually, where the use is. Do you know what I'm saying? So the key here, folks, is what to really get your head wrapped around, is that you don't need to pay if you're not signing a lot, if you're not in that business. So what does happen is that, all of us, you're going out, you want to buy a house, so you're doing bank documents. The person will send it to you, you sign it, and you put it right back. You don't have to put anything in the mail. It's right there. It's pretty cool. You know what I mean? That fast.
It has the one feature I wish email always had, which is, somebody read it. When you sign, you get the emails back. It lets everybody know, it got signed.
Yes.
So it's not just kind of wandering around. It didn't get lost in the email. Everybody that is party to that contract or whatever knows when people signed it.
Exactly.
So that's I always wished that was the one thing you actually got an email, but I know a lot of people wouldn't. You don't want to let people know you got the email. Yeah. Because I'm going to get to it. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it's the email version of it's in the mail. But if you really, like you said, housing, they've done fairly good. But from what I've read about the guy in the last 6 months, he's basically betting now is the time to change that. Now, don't go chasing IPOs like this.
Right.
But I think this is one that, you watch 6 months down the line, the lockup period's over, you see where this thing settles out. I think it's a pretty good bet on what's going to happen in the future. They basically have 75% of the market, almost 80% of the market.
Yep.
And
security's a big deal, man. It's bigger every day.
It is, but just not having to go with paper.
Right.
Which was, computers were supposed to solve paperwork. They actually created more paper than they ever,
my God.
ever thought of getting rid of.
That's a fact.
But this may be the tipping point where you actually do get to the point where you don't have that. And of course, they do all the back end to make sure that whoever signed it, they track the IP addresses, everything else, and save that. So if it ever comes up and someone says, hey, I didn't do it, you pretty much have to have the phone. Pretty good security.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
It's not like someone will come up and say, hey, I didn't sign it.
Yeah.
I mean, they can go back and give you the data.
They get your digital print. Yeah, cool, man. Cool.
So anyway, there haven't been many IPOs that I've liked in a while, but there's a handful of them. This was one. The next one is Enlight.
Enlight?
Yeah, I think it came out today too. Laser. Let's see.
Okay.
LASR.
Yeah.
See if it's in here. No, I don't have it in mind.
I have it. $26.12.
Yeah. Now,
I guess it came out yesterday.
Yeah.
So yesterday it went from 22 to 28. Today it's 26.12.
Yeah.
So what do these guys do?
What is this is somehow this got messed up. These guys make high intensity lasers for cutting steel and automatic stuff. So there's a lot of action on the high end.
Yeah.
I don't know why this is in here. Somehow I cut and pasted the wrong thing. But especially with China and making everything from cars here in the United States, the idea is how are you going to do it efficiently? But these guys, you can plasma cut stuff, which is fairly expensive, but basically going to do it with lasers and do it a lot cheaper. But any kind of fabrication, car manufacturing, things like making the frames of cars, a lot of this stuff, these guys have come out with some new patented technology that is incredibly efficient. Plasma cutters are a way of cutting steel, but it's not as fine as using these high-intensity lasers. So they're getting a lot of action in it. And I think they're based out of Vancouver.
Yes, that's what it's saying. 1,000 employees.
Right, but apparently they got people lining up around the building to buy their devices. So I probably looked at maybe 50 IPOs or 100 IPOs in the last few months, and none of them have really been interesting. This week actually had some that really looked like they could be something in the near future. This one was just very interesting in the kind of the industrial part of lasers that aren't military lasers and not lasers that sell for 50 cents for your DVD player.
Yeah, you can imagine. I mean, I guess the accuracy of a laser is tremendous, right? I mean, that's yeah, totally. Yeah. Stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrial's down 17, Nasdaq up 4, S&P's down 5. Dave and I are coming right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now up 4, NASDAQ up 8, S&Ps are down 3.5. We're talking with our man, Mr. Dave White. We are talking technology. And, of course, don't forget, every trading day, Dave's got a great show, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time right here at TFNN. What's next?
Zora.
Zora.
Z-U-O. This one came out about a week ago.
Okay.
But it's something that I always wondered. It's one of those things you go, man, everybody should have done this already. They provide a cloud-based software subscription service. So basically, they have everything set up. If you've got something that you want to sell on a subscription basis, they just do it all in the cloud. They maintain all the software for you, and that is it. And I like, after I read everything on it, this one, as far as a business model,
yeah,
I like it. There was a company that came out a couple of years ago called Workday that was the same thing. It was just paychecks on the cloud, right?
Yeah.
And this one, it probably comes as close to, it's probably not as big a company as Workday's going to be, but basically it seemed very much like that. They knew exactly what they were going to do. It was a very narrow, targeted market. And this thing's been trading, a little bit under $20 for a week or so. But again,
what's
not
the
going
symbol?
to jump on these right off the bat.
What is the symbol again?
Z-U-O.
Z-U-O. Cloud-based company office, online subscription billing and management platform.
Right. So if you want to do subscriptions, you just basically, they do all the work for you, and you cash the checks.
Right.
So it's a very nice system. I looked at it, played with it a bunch, and to me, it fit a bill. No one else really does it, which I always like. If you got a niche business, not a problem with niche as long as you don't have 20 other people doing the same thing. And I couldn't really find anybody else doing anything like this. And it was just like Workday. Other people do this kind of work, but they really just don't do it on the cloud. And the kind of people, I got a real kind of Workday vibe on this. And seems to be doing okay. Again, these things all have lockups 180 days after they're out, so you want to watch these things for a while. But one of the nice things about trading equities is there's always new stuff coming down the line.
Yes.
And some of these things are fairly interesting. But I like these three. All seemed rather to stand out from the normal ones that were yet another social media company or
right. No, I'm with you. That you hear a lot about, right?
Yeah, these things are kind of, I like, because there are not a lot of people competing. They seem to have narrow focused markets. My boss used to tell me, don't bring me a shotgun, bring me a rifle.
Yeah.
He said, you want to be very targeted in what we want to do. And these all seemed very targeted in the way that these things are going forward.
So, hey, what do you think about Microsoft? Pretty good, huh?
They keep doing everything in the world as good as you can do.
Pretty amazing.
They've got a big,
I know. It's like
they've got a big their big rollout for programmers starting on Monday.
Okay.
They call it build. So there'll be some interesting stuff for me. I don't know how many people will be interested in it, but they'll have a lot of new technologies for programmers. So I'll be interested in that. They've got a few things out there that are really big ideas, but they're still, I don't know, probably 6 months or 9 months or a year away.
It's quite a shot, man. This is like this stock, folks. Picture this: 2013, it's $27. You're talking about $95. And the thing that's amazing, of course, with Microsoft is that in order to move a stock, this has 7.6 billion shares outstanding. I mean, they're doing something really right, because you can't move a stock with that much shares outstanding. You know, it's like that's a lot of buying, man. It's a lot of buying.
I mean, the thing really took off as soon as Ballmer was gone.
Yeah. It did.
And the Satya Nadella is the CEO now.
Yeah.
He went up to Bill Gates and just asked him how he ran it, and decided to do the same thing. And again, one of my big pet peeves is having a CFO become the CEO. I think Apple is actually in that problem right now. Earnings after the bell on Tuesday for them. But there is a risk-taking gene that I think is in these founders or in risk takers. It's kind of like Spock and the captain, right? One guy's purely logical, and the other guy is a poker player on a bench.
Right.
And you need that kind of risk-taking ability to do it. But he went back where Ballmer loved having things, we'll update this in 3 years and it'll come out as a complete package. Then we'll wait another 5 years and release a complete package. Went back to the roots of Bill Gates.
Get it out, right? Get it out.
Well, not only that, but he was more of a fan early on of I think they call it Gaijin. Maybe I'm wrong in Japanese, but it's just make it 1% better every day, or 0.5% better. Just make it a little better every day, and eventually it'll get there. Windows stunk for the first 3 versions, but after that, it was okay, right? So he got, but they've got in fact, we were talking in the den, one of the guys bought one of the Surface machines.
Tablets,
Well, no, this is the big one. This one looks like a 30-inch or 35-inch TV on your desk.
Okay.
But I mean, they're fairly expensive, but if you thought Apple was going to make one that ran Windows, this is exactly what it would be like.
Wow.
It's got a pen. It's got this great little dial thing on it. Anyway, the guy that's designing and designed the first notebooks that Microsoft said, designed that one too. And everybody says it's the best things, really the best PCs that anybody's ever made. He's now working on a phone to compete with the iPhone. It'll probably run Android, probably won't run Windows, but he's really working hard on making a very slick, Apple-like, high-tiered product line that people can get. But if you play with one of these, the Surface Studios is what it's called. If you go into Best Buy, you can see them. I mean, if you were a full-time CAD guy or an artist, and you thought that Apple would have exactly what you wanted, and they don't, you go and look in this and go, this is really Windows. Oh, this is all the stuff I wanted. So they're really going after the creative. Yeah,
if they if they can get that CAD market, that's a monster market, man. That's a big market.
Yeah, and selling the machines, right?
Yes, right.
So anyway, they got this new thing they call the dial, which is really neat because you can put it anywhere on the screen you want, and then basically just turn it to go through menus and stuff. There's some videos on YouTube that are very, very cool on it. But anyway, I think they're doing everything right. The price action's probably more about what happens on Apple Tuesday night and on the FOMC on Wednesday.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, it's holding up. The amazing part, of course, is that they come out with great numbers. Intel come out with great numbers, and the Nasdaq NDX 100's down. It's like, man,
yeah, everybody's kind of gun shy right here.
Oh, it's pretty wild, man. It really is. There's no doubt. It's like it's a big heads up, man. But guess what? Those big companies, man, they're cranking it out and they're making bread, man. It's pretty amazing. Stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back. And as in between the commercial, you can go over, you can take a look at Dave's newsletter, 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN, you go to newsletters, you can go to trading newsletters, you'll see the tech and the path least resistance. Go to investment newsletters, you see the Tech Insider. And the Tech Insider did just come out today, so check it out, folks. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 9, Nasdaq's up 4, S&Ps are down 5.5. Talking with our man, Mr. Dave White. We are talking technology. What's next?
Samsung is actually now the biggest manufacturer of chips in the world. They don't make the most amount of money. It's kind of like Apple only makes 12% of the phones, but makes 80% of the money.
Wow.
Samsung is now the biggest chip manufacturer in everything from memory to processors. It's just all kind of low margin stuff.
Okay.
And so they have kind of gotten to that point now where they're just building everything in South Korea.
Yep.
And you got a lot of it. But the memory, we talked about, I think, maybe a couple of years ago, how they spent $3.5 billion to build a memory facility there. And that's really now coming online to the point where they are now one of the biggest manufacturer. In fact, somebody was talking to me about something going on in China. And there's very little semiconductor action actually in China. It's mostly assembly there. Everything's built in Malaysia or Taiwan or South Korea. And the Chinese do want to get into that. But right now, Samsung is, for the most part, I'm going to call them commodity items,
Yes.
is the biggest manufacturer of all chips these days.
It's an amazing chart, man. I just put this chart up, and look at this chart, folks, okay? Now, this is in yuan, but bottom line is that 2000, you're at 148. Now you're at, what's that? Well, 148. Now you're at, what, 265, no. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 2.650 million won. You started out at 148,000 won.
They're almost a country into themselves.
Yeah, well, they definitely run South Korea.
Yeah.
No doubt. Thanks so much, Dave. Appreciate it, man. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it. Take ownership and fly with it. Have a great weekend, folks. Safe weekend. Look forward to speaking right back here, 8 o'clock, Monday morning. Go get them, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.